Hello. Just waiting for a couple minutes for people to know that I'm live. And I'll get started. You're at the right channel. Christine Mahoney Crafts. And just getting all set up here. Turn down my volumes everywhere. Trying to get it all organized so that it looks good. All right. Hi, Beth. How are you? So tricky to do this thing. I need a person to come on and be my person to do all this stuff because I never get it right each time. But at least it's in the horizontal position instead of the vertical. How are you today, Beth? How come you're not over here? Did you watch the solar eclipse today? Oh, you asked me the same thing. I definitely did. I tried to take pictures with my camera with the solar glasses in front of it, and it really didn't take good pictures. I'm bummed. But took me a couple hours to get my eyesight back. I mean, I wasn't staring at the sun. I had the glasses on when I did, but it was so bright out at first. It was a nice day. We had a good day. Did you get to see it? And so my husband is going to be umpiring softball games and have the Luzerne, I think, Mexico. Really? Oh, we have to get together. Okay, let me clean up my art room. Definitely. Well, that would be great. Maybe you could come on here and do a thing with me here on a live or something. We'll have to see. Yeah, I watched it till it was the eclipse, and then when it was subsiding, I stopped. I had enough. But so I'm just gonna do 2 cards today. So let me say hi to everyone that doesn't know me, because I'm sure there will be new people coming on at all times. I'm Christine Mahoney. I'm an independent consultant for Stampin'Up, and I'm trying to do some of the cards from some of the stamps and dies that are going out of the catalog, out of the new catalog. So they're retiring. And so I'm like, I haven't used a lot of these stamps and dies that I have had. And I have a billion of them. And so now that I'm doing videos, I'm like, I am definitely going to do some of these. And these are my favorite ones that I've done so far. Anybody can check back on my videos to see what I've done so far. Those are my favorite stamps and dies, and if, like I said, if you haven't seen the videos, go see them, because they are retiring. All the ones that I've done so far are retiring, and I'll show you the cards once again, like I did in the last video, just so that you know what I'm talking about. Because honestly, I don't want you to miss out. I have such a mess here. Um, I was cleaning up ahead of time, but something happened. I couldn't see that well, apparently. Okay, so this is with the artistically inked stamp, and we'll probably be using that one today. Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe not. Maybe not. And so that and the leaves are from that. The textured painted embossing folder, that is retiring too. My favorite. I have two of them ready. I'm going to get another artistically inked stamp set and dies. See that? That's what it is. And I should come down a little, I guess. It's beautiful, and it really can do a lot of backgrounds. In my video, the last video I did, I used it for background, that one right there. So check it out. Check out my videos. Then this cafe one, I always forget the name of it. That was in the mini catalog, I believe. It could have been, let me just check real fast. It could have been an exclusive too. It probably was an exclusive. So, yeah, it was. So check it online for that one. Just search cafe and you'll find it. It's so nice. And I love all the different beans and splatters and stuff like that. You can use that for a lot of different things. Then the last 3-hour video I did was with these cuties. It's called Sweet and Precious is the stamp set. I have it right here. So it's really cute. They're retiring. You definitely want to get them if you like them, because they're retiring. And I made 3 beautiful cards with that in a 3-hour show, and I'm hoping it's not 3 hours today. I'm gonna do 2 cards and see how that goes. So if you buy anything from Stampin'Up, if you go to the Stampin'Up.com's website, you can put your stuff in your cart and all that, but at the end, when you go into when you're going to check out, it will ask you for a host code, and this is where you put GPK6EQ6U. This is the April 2024 host code for exclusively for me and anyone that buys from me. I have that on the description right now. I was a little bit organized, so I did that. So yes, definitely go find stuff that you're interested in and buy it. Now, before they're out and before they're retired. See, this goes to the end of April, and so does the mini catalog, the end of April. So you definitely want to get whatever you can out of it before you can't get it anymore. All right, and the one we're using today is on page 113 of the catalog, and is called Waves of Inspiration. Here's a couple of different ideas that you can use that is just so pretty. And I'm going to be doing 2 cards today. I have a 3rd card, but I don't know if I'll have time for it, and I really am not too completely organized on it. So I may not do that one. But Waves of Inspiration, I'll show it to you. It's right here. A beautiful wave. And it has the die cut waves too. So you can overlay them over the top. It's this one. There's 2 of them. And this one's a little bit, they're both a little bit different. So, and then there's some other items in there that are like label things, so you could put it over your thing. Right here, these right here, you could put ribbons in here and through. It's really cool. See, that fits both of them. There's some other dies. I have a lot of the dies out right now. There's pelican. You can cut that out. And there's a skinnier die for like the happy birthday. There's some birds. And there's some clouds in here too. So there's a lot. I'm not sure how much I'm going to use of this, but I think I took out the stuff that I need to do the two cards. I put the heat on, and I think I'm getting warm. I don't know why I put the heat on. It's like 60 something out, but you know, my house is colder than outside. I hate that too. Okay, so make sure you get anything that you can before it retires. If you buy from me, I would totally appreciate it. If I could be your demonstrator, I would love it. It has to be in the United States though. And also, if you buy over $100, like over $99, you might as well buy $125. You'll buy $99. Oh, so let's start over. You'll get $125 worth of products for $99. That means you're a demonstrator. However, you do not have to demonstrate. You could just be someone that buys, but you'll get your discount, and you'll be under me. You'll be on my team. So whether if you want to sell like I do on here, or in person in people's houses, whatever you want to do, you can do. And you'll be under me, and that will be fun because we can have a group and all that stuff. Right now, I don't have anyone under me. I did at one point, but then I've been in and out of Stampin' Up, so now I'm really pushing it. So we're going to have a good time. Okay, so I think all the business is out of the way. And if you're here, I see a lot of people online. Say hi. Beth doesn't want to be the only one talking. Yeah, it's cool. It's cooler in the house though for me. So anyway, there's that. See, I got this Stampin' Up glass plate thing for free in February, I believe. So if you have any questions whatsoever while I'm doing this, please, 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 please don't hesitate to ask. Okay, so I'm going to start with an easy one. Oh, see, I have that shadow. I was really trying hard to get rid of that shadow. Let me move all my stuff out of the way, and maybe I can make room to move it up again. Man, where did all this stuff come from? Okay, let's try. Let's hope my camera doesn't fall out, because if it does, we have a problem. All right, we'll try that. Now you can see my legs under here, and I'm sure it needs to be swept for sure. Don't judge me, people. So that's probably good. At least it's only a little shadow over here. So excuse my fat fingers, and we'll get started. I'm going to be so paranoid over that now until I lose weight. That's for sure. So we're going to start off doing an pretty easy card. I think I can see pretty good over there. I'm trying to see where I can see my stuff. Oh, I can do that. Let's see. Oh, I can do that and then move that over. Oops. I'm just trying to see the comments from my laptop, and I moved the iPad with the comments on it back further because of my ring light. You still see the ring, but I was trying to back it up some, I'm trying to do what I can here. So you still see it, but it's over there in that little corner, and I'm not doing it over there, so that's cool. Okay, so what we're gonna do is make a pretty easy card first. I'm gonna make the base, and then we're going to put cut a few things and stamp a few things and put it all together, and that would be one card, and then we'll do the other card. And we'll try to get it under 2 hours. Someone keep me posted. Beth, if you're going to be here this whole time, let me know when it's 1 hour, and then let me know when it's an hour and a half, and I'll push myself. Let's try to get this one card done in 1 hour, and then the other card in the other hour. And if I go faster than that, then that would be great. If you have any questions, if you want to ask me anything, please do. I know there's people on here besides Beth, because I can see it in my feed. Okay, so we're going to make a base of 10 by 7. So we're going to do that. See, I could have cut half of this stuff done ahead of time, but I feel like there's new people watching all the time, and you know, they want to see it done from the beginning. I know when I was new, I wanted to see it from the beginning, and that really helped me to learn stuff. So I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it for you. So 10 by 7. I'm going to make a 5 by 7 card. So you need to go 10, and then we'll score it in half. So a 10 by 7. All right. There we go. And this is the best paper cut, Stampin' Cut, and emboss thing ever. It really is. Or not emboss, sorry. Scoring. Cut and score. It really does a good job. We sell this, and you would want it, trust me. This is the best one I've done. I've used it. So I'm just saying. Okay, so we're going to go to 5, and we're going to score it. Because that's half a 10, right? So the top one is the blade, and you get used to that after a while. And this lighter one is the scoring, and you can see it from the back. It's metal. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And I'm scoring it at 5. Okay. See, it makes an indent in there so that I can fold it easily. All right, so that's one thing. And I'm gonna do it, and then I'll get back to it. And we're gonna do blue. I have blue Stampin' Up card stock. I forgot the name. It could be Blueberry Bushel or Night of Navy. I think it's Night of Navy, but it still all works. Night of Navy. We'll call it that because I'm pretty sure. Although it looks pretty close to Blueberry Bushel. So I need 2 pieces of this, 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. So 4 3/4. And there's a little ledge here, so you want to make sure that the paper is up against it, otherwise you could cut crooked. 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. I just did these measurements before we came on, so we hope that they're right. Okay, that's one. Oh, that looks right to me. And then we need another one that is 3 3. I gotta move this so I can see it. I wrote down my measurements so that it's faster for me. I could just do it off the whim, but then again, it would take longer, and we want to get this done in 2 hours instead of 3, right? Yay! Hey, Mike, how are you? Happy Eclipse Day to you. Did you see the eclipse? Did you get your little glasses? I did. It was fun. 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. Okay, let's make sure that that's enough. So 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. I measured this all out. Hopefully it works. We'll see. If it doesn't, it should. Okay, And we'll keep that with that for now. And then, wow, we're pretty good. We're doing good. Okay, we need one. Oh, okay, let's see, base blue. Oh, okay. So this card right here was, I didn't write this one down. Isn't that funny? Well, good thing I know what I'm doing. Okay. So if this card right here was 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, right, I need another 1/4 inch down from that. So I need a card that is 4 1/2, yep, 4 1/2 by 6 1/2. So I need that. Good thing I know what I'm doing. 6 1/2 by 4 1/2. Sorry. And I'm going to measure it out, make sure it's right first. This one I did not make a sample ahead of time. So, wish me luck. Let's see if these measure up right. For what I'm planning on doing, you guys have no idea. And you stayed home and watched. Aww, that's nice. Oh, your mother-in-law is 102. Holy moly. That's very great. Did you guys get all glasses and everything? That seems to work. That seems to work. We're gonna go right to the, we can cut it down a little bit more, I think, on this one. I think I would like that. We'll cut this one down a little bit more. Just another, let's see. The blue one was 3, I'm gonna change that so that I can tell you guys if you need the measurements. So I did 3 3/4, so I'll do 3 1/2 by 5 1/2. And I'm gonna fix that. So then, I'm scared now. So did I measure the other white one then? I don't think I did. Cut white, cut. Oh, 1 inch. It'd probably be, I'll have to guess. I'll have to do, when I get to that, I'll guess. So let's cut this one a little shorter. You're seeing me make a card from the scratch here, almost. 3 1/2 by 5 1/2. So 5 1/2. It's just cutting it down a little bit more, just so that I have a little extra room. We'll see how that works. By 3 1/2. Let's see. Yeah, so let me write this down for the next spot that I need after. It's gonna be 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. You'll see what I mean after. I may have to measure that first, I think, when I do it. You'll see. Because I'm going to cut something after I stamp on it. So that's all the pieces I need, but we're going to use this piece right now. So I'll put this to the side for the moment. So when I put it to the side, you don't cover up the thing I need to use, the stamp. All right, so what we're going to do, this is the stamp, and we're going to use the stamp and press thing here. I wish I knew the names of everything, but I'm still new and learning, so hopefully everyone forgives me. So this is the card we're gonna use, and we're gonna stamp it right to the edge. So no matter where I put this, we're gonna stamp it right to the edge. So just wanna make sure it's even. Even Steven. I actually can go right up to the top because I'm not stamping right up there, but I am stamping there. Woo! Those things like to touch each other. Okay. So I'm gonna stamp right here to the edge. All right. And so it's gonna go like this, right to the edge. This is the trickiest thing ever. No, I'm not. It's fun. Okay. So you can tell that you're on the edge. If you're off a little, you won't be able to tell. You don't want to leave any white on the bottom though. And then we'll have to trim it up. So, all right. So we're gonna just take it and we are going to stamp it. Now we have colors. I'm using Coastal Cabana and I'm using Blueberry Bushel. And I could just do it all in Blueberry Bushel. Let me ask you guys, do you want both or do you want one? The next card we're using both. So if you want just the one on this one, we'll just do the one color. I mean, it will look pretty. Yes, just agree with me. Listen, I'm no cook, Mike. I do one. I'm not a cook. Okay, so I'm just gonna do blue, and this ink pad is very, very, very juicy. I have to be careful because I will get the outline on it. So I may even take a wipey and wipe off the edges around it because even if I pressed light, which I did with a stamp, a sentiment yesterday when I was working on one of the other cards, I pressed as light as I could and it still came out. And I think it's because the ink is so juicy. It's nice to have a juicy stamp. So some of these are older and they're not as juicy anymore. And I hardly use them, which is very annoying. But it's my own fault, you know. So I'm gonna come around and just wipe off the edges just so that I know that I took my caution. And oh, that works so good. And by the way, this stuff stains so much. You're gonna see my hand all covered. I'm really gonna try hard not to, but it's gonna be covered. And I can get it out easily. And I mentioned this on the last live that I took bleach to my hands and it comes right off, but I'm sure that's not legal or healthy or whatever. So, you know, if you're gonna do that, I did not suggest it. I'm just telling you what I did. And it worked. But I washed my hands like right away. I just helped, soap didn't get it out right away, and I was gonna go live right away, so I needed to clean my hands because no one wants to see dirty hands right away at the beginning. Like you didn't even start yet. Okay, that's pretty good. So I'm going to stamp it, and I could probably press hard at this point. I'm not gonna press that hard, but I can always go back to. See, I'm gonna cut the little edge off because now I see an edge, but that's okay. So let's try a little bit more in the middle. That was nice. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? It's a really pretty stamp set. And I would suggest getting it. Should I do a little darker? It looks really just almost perfect. See, what you can do is put a little of the Coastal Cabana in the center part, because you know it's always lighter in a wave. But this card is just a simple card, so I'm not overkilling nothing here. I'm just going to do a light extra coating. All right, I didn't even catch the edges this time. And just put a little bit more on. Isn't that nice? Do you guys love it or what? Look, I'd like to see a picture of that, Mike. Sometimes it looks like you killed a clown with your hands. I don't know. I have this watermelon soap in my bathroom. Someone made, and it smells so darn good. Um, so, anyways, please, if you're here and you didn't say hi, please say hi to me. We'd like to say hi to you. Okay, that is darker and I love it. So I'm going to take this and wipe it off, and it's going to be messy, just let me know. That's where I get my hands dirty. So I'm going to try really hard not to, because I'm going to use this stamp set again in a little while on another card. And so we don't want to leave the ink on there. So anything anyone want to talk about? So we're done with that for the moment. I'm going to pick it off of here because I'll probably need this for something else after. We're done with that. We're going to stamp some other stuff. Oops. And so I don't need it for this though. I could, but all right, why not? I'm so easy to influence. I influence myself. Hi Dee, how are you? Welcome. Okay, I'm going to stamp the pelican. This is the first time I'm stamping him. So let me get a piece of paper. That one looks good. Do I know you, Dee, from anywhere in particular? I'm gonna cut this out, so it really doesn't matter where I put this. So, and I'm just going to do it with black. Now, the first time I ever used a stamp, which was not with the wave, I've used that many times, but this is the first time I've used this. I always hit it with a little Versamark. It's a water stamp pad. I don't know, it feels like to me that it cleans easier, and I mean it could wear right off too, but I always do it. It seems to work for me. And so let me get a black. I could do brown too, why don't I? Early espresso, because most of that's going to be brown anyway. So we have early espresso. Early espresso. So we're going to stamp that up. Hopefully it's dark enough. And if it's not, then I'll go to the black. And it doesn't matter if I show the lines because I'm cutting around it anyways. So I don't have to be careful like that. Isn't he cute? I may go to the black just so it's darker, but let's try it a little more. Like I said, some of these I've had for a long time. These are older stamp pads, and I have the newer ones. See, these are the newer ones. So, some of them dry, you know, they don't last forever. What's your last name? Or if you want to tell me. Look at that. I barely have to color it in. Isn't that cute? Okay, we may just color it in a little watercolor on there. So let me wash this off. would think you were someone else that I know that was into one-stroke painting, but she's not around anymore, unfortunately, and she was a sweetheart. So I know you're not her. Anyways, okay, so that one is done for now, and so we can close this up for the moment. That's the only Stampin', well, we're gonna do, but we can do anything. We can do anything we want. What time is it? Is it? Okay, well, we may put some little birds on here or not. We'll see. Let me see if I take this is a little water pen that I had. There's a little water in there. And if I just wet it a little. Kind of brings, see, because, oh, I didn't close this one up. Hey, no one reminded me. Apparently I can't hold it and do it at the same time. There we go. Thought maybe I'd need to use it, but it's spreading really nicely. See that? So it shows you where to make it darker by the little lines that are on here, which is really cool. Isn't that cool? Because I did it with the ink, or the Stampin' Up ink, and it's a water ink, so you can do water effects with it. And wipe it off, and you could go lighter toward the middle, and it would look like a... And I'm not adding any ink on here. I love this. I didn't add 1 ounce of ink to my pen, to my watermarker. Isn't that cool? All right. If you want to add more, you can just tap right into this. I love the waves too. It's so cool. This is my favorite. If you guys really, if you want to order it, I would order it. Order it for me, please. I want to keep doing this, but I need to make money, you know, because they're worth what they are, what they charge for sure, but they're not cheap. You know what I mean? Especially when you want to buy a lot of them. So, but they're worth it. They're really good quality. So look at that. Cool, right? And I left a little light in the center. And then the pelican is basically white, maybe a little touch of black or brown. I want to do brown, but I'm just doing it dark brown, so I'm just putting it on the edges. I wish I had you guys, I could hear you. That's what I wish. Just put little dots. Right? And the pelican's usually white, so I think even their beak is white. Unless you guys want to look it up for me. It is great quality. Stampin' Up is the best. And so, hey Dee, if you have you subscribed to my YouTube? Because if you haven't, I would love it if you could. And please press the like buttons. And if you want to get onto my Facebook for Stampin' Up, for my crafts, it's Christine Mahoney Crafts. I have all of it on there right now. But I do have a separate Stampin' Up one that I'm getting going again. And so I'll let you know that one too. Then you'll have 3 places to find me. I could tell you right now actually what it is. My Stampin' Up one is called, I'm seeing all these pictures of people with their glasses on. Christine's Stampin' Up, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. So that's what it's called. Christine's Stampin' Up. So if you can find me, that would be fine. Friend me there too. All right. So I'm going to leave the pelican like that. If you guys know if the beak is any other color besides white, then let me know. I'm just going to leave it like that. And then we can move on. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out real fast, and they have dies for it. So there's a die in here for it. Okay, so what I normally do is tape it down so it doesn't move, because it covers it just perfect. And if I have my tape here, that would be great. Yep, it's right here. Oh, excellent. See, I need to know what your last name is. Or you can say hi to me on Facebook, and then I'll know who you are. If you don't want to say it. All right, there's that. Let's put a little piece on the other side. It doesn't matter. Just so long as we're not taping down on the part that we want to look beautiful. So this is my cut and emboss machine. Stampin' Up's cut and emboss machine. Let's see if I can zoom out a little bit without showing all my mess in my craft room. Look at how dirty my fingers are already. Okay. So for cutting just a simple die, you put your base plate down. And it tells you right here what to do. And this is really good, because you could take this with you wherever. So just wanted to show you. It folds right up. Am I too close? Nope, you got it. Folds right up. Comes right down. Comes with the base plate, and it tells you what order to put it in. So this is number 1. And then you take number 2, and then the cutting plates are number 3. I have stuff on them, but I don't care right now. Someday I should clean it. And I usually use the same cutting plate for all of it, and then use the top plate. Obviously, I made a mistake there. Cut a fish. And so you just roll it through. As simple as that. And it cut it right out. There it is. All right. So I wanted to show you that. It's one of my favorite machines to use, honestly. It doesn't warp. I mean, it might eventually wear down, but I've been using it for, you want to see all the cuts in this thing? And it has, look at how straight it is. I'm just saying. That's why I use this one so much more than anything else. All right, so I can put this away because I will lose it if I don't. I don't know about you guys, but they get lost so fast. So just at least put it in this pack for now. And yeah, right? It takes up little room. It used to, I'm sure it's probably what do we call it? Sizzix made the other machine before this one, so I'm pretty sure that they probably make this one too. So, I'm not sure, but I believe that's the case. Okay, so we have this. We have to cut it. And I could have taken a rectangle die and done it. I need to clean this. But not everyone has the rectangle dies, and the rectangle die I would have showed is expired, is retired. So I didn't want to tease you guys with that. So I'm making it a little harder on myself, which is fine. So first I want to trim the edges because, like I said, I don't want the edges. Okay. Looks like I cut a little, just a little bit more. All right. Blades. Okay. And a little bit on this side. This card's not even that far from being finished, so then we move on to the other end. Okay, so that's the edge, right? And so from what I'm remembering, from what I'm gonna, oh, and I have to cut this side off right to the line because that's how it was measured. That's how I measured it. Okay, so there we go. What we could do is stamp on it first. It looks a little long too. Okay, so I want it to be, I'll show you what I'm doing and then we'll decide because I have to make sure it's measured right. I don't want to screw it up now. Minus my language. So I have a bone folder here. Stampin' Up has them too. And remember the score I put in it? There it is. And it folds right nice. And you're just gonna burnish the edges. I'm always scared that my dirty fingers, now that I ain't got them, will get on here, but they don't. Unless my fingers got wet, you know. And I believe I need to get a new blade because it has all these little things on it. I have to replace the blade, but I haven't. So let me just take my scissor really fast out of camera and so I can see. Okay. So we have the card, right? And we have the base. The base, and now we have the card layer right here, right? Okay. And then we have this. And I'm going to cut this part down. So then we're going to have to cut it into another. Oh, wow. Just thinking out loud. I never. Maybe I need to make this card smaller. Yeah, maybe. Well, that's easy to do. So, are we going to do that? I think so. Sorry about that. My dimensions are off. You know what you do when you're just trying to figure it out without actually doing it. That's what happens. So this card's way too long. Unless I want to put something on the side here. Oh, that would be kind of cool, but that's not going to do. Hold on. Hold the phone. I'm just so thinking here. I could do it. I could do it like this and keep it that size. What I could do is take this blue down and put my pelican. I could put it up here, but I think I could put it right here. Ooh. But it would be on, I could leave the blue or, my gosh, all these decisions. Okay, so that's why I made this card to here, but it's gonna have to go shorter. Sorry about that. All these, you're gonna see me working now. So let me just work it out in my head first. I'm going to come into about 3/4 of an inch. I'm gonna have to just wing it and then work it from there. 3/4 of an inch. We bring it to there. 1/4 of an inch. An inch. Let's just do this. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. Okay. So when I'm thinking, what I'm doing is I'm cutting the inside out. So it's not, because I don't want to get this part in it. I kind of want to come down a little. So it's going to probably be, yes, it's going to be right where this line is. So it's going to be about 1/2 an inch. No, a little more than that. 3/4 of an inch. Just between, all right, so it's 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6/8. All right, so at 6/8. And I'm going to cut it to right about there. All right, you're going to see me in. If it doesn't work, we're going to throw out the video. No. I can do this. You guys know I can do it. But I thought I wrote all the measurements down that I thought I was doing the right thing, but apparently I wasn't thinking clearly. So this is at 3 1/4. Let's see where we are. 3 1/4. That's nice, round. Yeah, we'll do that. 3 1/4. That's going to be that. So what I want to do real fast. Oh, look at how nice that measures up. How did that happen? So I might have to just cut this down, which is fine. But I love it. But it won't do to the effect that I'm trying to do right now, you know what I mean? So, the blue has to be cut down. So this is all going to be cut down. This isn't going there, that's why. Well, geez, okay. It's going to go on inside. So it's going to be right about there. And that's the outside one. Yeah, it's smaller than I thought it was, for sure. But it's okay, we'll wing it. You're going to see me recreate a whole card like that. And then I'm just kind of feeling it out. This is the background on. So then we'll measure everything else with these two. Are you guys liking me doing this at the spur of the moment? Wow, I went to a big card for nothing, but that's okay. So we're going to cut this one down to, that's 5 1/2. Nope. 5 3/4. Yep. Well, if you guys want this, I will rewrite these measurements because I want to do it again. And so this is crazy. So there we go. There. Looks so much better. What kind of size did we end up with for the card? Yeah, I guess I didn't take that into consideration. It's a 5 3/4 by 4, almost 4. So now that we have this, we need to cut in about an inch, right about like whatever that is, an inch-ish. And we're going to cut all the whole thing, all the way around. So it would be nice if I had I do have, and I might as well look and see if I have one that matches up. These are rectangle stitch dies. I'm sure you guys all have rectangle dies in your stash. These are retired, but it's going to come in really handy right now. So let me see if this is too small. Yes. What's the next size? You guys are awful quiet. Okay. That looks nice right there. And then there's going to be another little. Let's try the next size. Wow, go big. Go big. Because that's going to be the next blue size. It's going to be, this is going to be the bigger ones. This is going to be the blue. And this is going to be, okay. So the blue has to be the bigger size, which is going to be this one. Feels like it's too big. Ugh. But it has to be. I'm going to cut this one and then just go around it. Go around it. So let me cut this one. Right to there. It's going to be almost done, I promise. And then we do one more. And that one I know is right because I did the card. So that's what happens. But I kind of like it because I'm showing you guys that you can make anything work. And I don't want this sticky, but I have to put it somewhere, and I'm using the card, so putting it on my jacket. So I'm not going to stick it. That looks about right. Yeah, right in there. Let's just do it gently. All right, I'm gonna run this through my machine over there and leave the machine over there since y'all saw it. And, well, there we go. Let me just put that through fast. All right. There. Being gentle because you don't want it to rip anything. That's pretty good. Isn't that cool? Okay, so then we just need a little border on that one. Do you know what I'm doing yet, you guys? Do I still have y'all here? Let me know you're still here. And we have this. Yes, and they made a nice stitch too. And then we need a little border around that. But you won't see that stitch, but you'll see this stitch. So we need a little border around this. And is that would work. We could leave it just like that and it's like an eclipse. But I'm gonna try it with this size and see if it works. Give me just a second. I'm putting it right through the machine. I'm not going to tape it down because I can see it. Right. This is going to lift a little bit, and this is going to come right up there. That's the card. Just like that. Isn't that cool? I love it. Okay, so we're going to put the foam pads on the back of that, and we're going to glue everything else together. So let me move this out of the way. We can also, and then we're going to stick on the little pelican, and we can put little birds on. I'm so scared I'm going to wreck anything else. Let me try it. A little bird stamp and a sentiment we can put on. I usually, to be honest, now these come like this with no things on it. See, this one does. I didn't put the little backing on it yet, and someday I'll show you guys how to do that. But right now I just want to get the card done, so I'm just going to take this backing off, and it's sticky on the back. We'll go on to a little mount. I have a big one. So, and I'm gonna do it in black, little birdies. Basic black. And I'm just gonna test it out first on something. Just so that I can, want a little piece of scrap paper. There we go. See how much I have to push. See, I don't want to get the little shadow. So. Ooh, really light. Look at that. Aren't they cute? Okay, really light. So, we'll put a couple on here. Maybe one going in a different direction. Isn't that cute? I just love it. Okay, and we'll put one on this white one too. Right up here. That's so cute. 3 is the number. You guys know that, right? Always do 3. Or an odd number. Never a whole number. Or never like a 2, 4, and 6, because it's more pleasing to the eye. And that's an artist's trick. Okay, so move stuff out of the way. And let's get this thing together. So we have all these extra pieces of paper we can use for something else. All right, so I have my little tape pen here. Stampin'Up has tape pens available. Mine ran out, so I have another one. I'll hide the name. And did I run out? I think I did. I have another one right here. That's probably because that one was already run out. All right. Some people go all the way down, and you know what? That's a waste. I don't like wasting. So make sure that that's centered, because This will stick. Look at the top, look at the bottom. Make sure it's nice before you push down. That's good. So anyone still around here? Let's see. Then we'll put this one down next, and it could stay flat. We'll pop up the middle one. How's that? We'll get the little pills off of it. I could pop it up and then pop it up, but I'll leave this one down. Really sticks. As you saw, my fingers stick to it. That's why I keep getting the ink on my thing and I have to keep taking it off, but I forget. Okay. The bird goes on top. And it looks great. Looks even. Okay, good. Right there. It's just a nice little simple card. Good thing I know figured out my measurements. That went from a 5x7 to this size. That's okay. Now we're gonna pop this one up with some foam tape. Okay. There we go. And 4. I don't think I need a 5th one in there. We're almost ready to start the second one. Do you guys have trouble getting these tape things off? Sometimes I use my pokey tool to do it, but I got a nail on there right now, so usually helps. Imagine the people that don't have nails, or the people that have the really fake nails. I don't know how they do it. All right, so then this is gonna go centered. Oh yeah, I can't see that one too much. You can see it. Oh yeah, okay. Good, I almost couldn't see that, but we can see them. Especially when you're looking at the card. And then this one is going to get, why don't we just glue it? Then that one's going to put right in the middle. And then it looks like, make sure I'm not looking right over the top of it because my head would be in the way. There. Now you could put a sentiment on it, but look at how pretty that is. Isn't that nice? You could write something in, or you can put a sentiment right here, like happy birthday or whatever. I'm not going to right now, but that's because I never know what I'm going to use these for. I probably will put a sentiment on the second one, But we have sentiments right here on this stamp set that says, our friendship is a thing of beauty. And if that was the case, I would put it on 2 lines or whatever. Or you could put it on the inside. You're so totally awesome. There's a happy birthday, and that fits inside of that die. And then your strength is an inspiration. So you want something small. Probably the happy birthday right across here would be nice. But isn't that cute? Or you don't have to write anything on the outside, and you could put something on the inside. So that's our first card. I hope you like it. And now we're going to start on to the second card. And honestly, I love the second card. I wanted to start off with a simpler card. However, I had the dimensions all wrong. But hey, I fixed it. I should get applauded for that on the fly. Hey, you know what? If you can't do it, you shouldn't be there. Shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be teaching if I can't figure it out. If I made a mistake, how to fix it. Card 2. I don't know how long I've been on here, but it says an hour, but it's probably more than that. So if you're here, please say hi so I know that you're here. Now I'm going to start on the second card now. This is the first one in the Waves of Inspiration stamp set by Stampin'Up. We'll have the dies too. They are retiring soon, so you want to make sure you can get it. If you go and to Stampinup.com and put your order in at the end when you're checking out, there'll be a place for you to put a host code. I would love it if you would put my host code, which is GPK6EQ6U. And that will tell Stampin' Up! That that's me, and I'll get the credit for it, being that I'm showing you how to do it. Now, this card was taken off. I found it on Pinterest, and if I find who did it, I will put it into the description. You're at 7 o'clock, but is that, how long was I doing it? So anyway, I hope you like that card. Yes. It wasn't my design, but I love it, and I wanted to show it. And the next one too, I saw this on Pinterest too. Honestly, you guys, if you can go to Pinterest and look up Waves of Inspiration, you will see a billion things. And this stamp set is so versatile. You're going to want it. I'm telling you right now, you're going to want it. Oh, all right, good. Thank you, Beth. You're my timekeeper. Remember that. 1 more hour and we are done. So what we're starting on now is the one that I did first, and I did a preview of it. I'm not going to show it to you guys because of the fact that I want to surprise you. But it's not that hard. I have all the measurements, and these are the correct ones. So, you guys, where's your applause? That was really a good comeback for me. So, we are going to start now on the second card. I'm just trying to get it all together because I don't want to lose anything. I have another rectangle die here. Okay. The next one, we need a white base. 10 by 6 scored at 5. And here we go. Piece of white card. Move stuff out of the way. 10. I want to make sure that you can see, so that's why I have it up close somewhat. So sometimes it looks like it's a little too close for this thing, but you know what I'm doing here. 10 by 6. You know what's great about this 6, so that I could show you? If you close this up, this locks into place down here at the bottom, right? And you're doing a 6, there's a little ledge right here, and you can't when you get to that, that's a 6. And they put the ledge there. It's so great. I love it. So 10 by 6. Scored at 5. That would be halfway. Okay, one piece done. Next piece. We're going to do another white piece, 6 by 5.5. And I don't think this is big enough, but I'm going to check. Let's see what this is. It can go 6 that way. Oh, wait, it goes 5.5? No, just short. Okay. That was close. I go through a lot of the white. Let's go 5.5. Then to 6. Six by 5.5, and we're going to score it at 3, 3.5, 5, and 5.5 on the 6-inch side. So this is the 6-inch side. So we're going to turn it this way because that's the longer side. You can't hardly tell because it is almost a square. It's 6 by 5.5. So that's the long way, and we're going to score it at 3 and 3.5. My son's home. He went and hiked up the mountain to see the solar eclipse. 5 and 5.5. So he may end up coming in here not knowing that I'm doing a live, just so you know. Did I do that wrong? You guys. So. Three, 3.5. So I did it wrong. I'm stupid today. Okay, let's start again. It says 6 by 5.5. Why don't I get that right? But I'm going to figure that out next time. 6 by 5.5. Yeah, I'm on live. You want to say hi to everyone? Oh, hi, Angelisa. How are you? And thank you. Yeah, it was a nice card, wasn't it? I liked it. So scored at 3, 3.5. So on the 6-inch side. So this side doesn't go to 6, and I think that's how I did it. This side goes to 6. See that? And you need that room. So sorry about that. 3. Even though I talked it out, I still did it wrong, right? 3, 3.5. 5 and 5.5. Okay, we're not gonna fold these yet. Okay, they're all scored now. That works perfectly. We're not gonna score it yet because we're gonna stamp up here. So, you see these little pills? I need a sharper blade, I think. Okay, so now we're gonna take a piece of Coastal Cabana paper. It's like one of my favorite colors. Let's see what I have here. So pretty. And we need one that is 4 3/4 by 5 3/4. Hi Sarah, how are you? 5 3/4. I'm glad to see you all here. All right, so I have this one, and it fits perfect. Okay, and we have this one. We have the scored one. And what else do we need to do? Okay, the thin paper. Now we need like thin paper, like 80-pound paper. Really thin. You could tell I've been using it. And like I've done some shadow boxes and stuff. And so when I'm done with the shadow box, I don't waste anything. So I saved all that. So I'm just seeing if that's out of the way. Okay. And we're gonna stamp on it first. I don't think I need any more cut, and then we're gonna cut it afterwards. So we'll put this away for a minute. It's just easier to stamp it, and then we can pick out the spots that we like. All right, we'll leave this stuff here to the side for now. We cut all that and scored it where we needed to. And we're gonna take the wave and make some background paper. So I wanted to use a thinner paper for the background paper because, you know, cardstock gets heavy, and this is all heavy stuff so far. The Coastal Cabana is even a little heavy. So I didn't want it to be too thin. It's just like a decorative, we're making our own DSP, decorative paper. How's that? Oh, so you're back from your neighbors after watching the eclipse. Did you like to watch the eclipse? That's the big talk right now. And yeah, I watched it right here in my car. I have a convertible that I've been dying to drive around, and now it's going to be 60s. So I'm like psyched. Tomorrow I'm driving it around. And I've been waiting because I bought that car right before, like in the fall. So right before winter. So I've been dying. I want a whole summer with that thing. I hope it lasts. It's a good car. It's a really good car. So it's a lot better than the one that I had all that trouble with. So so we have the wave, and I'm just going to freehand this. So put this on my dirty block. And I can move it over a little bit more. And we're gonna just make some background paper with it. And the background paper, we're gonna have some of the Coastal Cabana. We're gonna have maybe a little bit of, I say, pumpkin pie, and maybe a little bit of the blueberry. The blue, where did it go? Under all the paper, yes it is. Blueberry Bushel. So those three. I wanna move these out of the way so they don't get inky. All right, so we're gonna just make our own little background paper. Have you guys ever made your own background paper before? Oh, Beth, you have, oh, you'll have to send me a picture of yours. If you're convertible. Sarah, it was so cool, fantastic experience. It was, right? It didn't get pitch dark out like I was really hoping it would, but it got covered most of the way. And I was really trying. I put the glasses, the solar glasses, in front of my camera on my phone, and it just didn't do it. I wish it did. I wish it took good pictures. Oh, Angelisa, I want to be in Florida. Last year, my girls moved down there, and I wanted to move down. So I got everything ready to move down, and then they moved back. So still, my stuff, a lot of my stuff's in the garage. So we'll start with the Coastal Cabana. And I like using the bottom part of that, because it's just like all regular, and I'm only gonna need two little pieces of it. So we're gonna, one is gonna be about the width of this, so a little smaller. So we're just playing. I can trim this all up. All right, isn't that cool? And I'm gonna do another one that's a little bit of everything. That one's gonna be the same size. I'm gonna add a little more color to it, but I wanna finish this color first. All right, so we'll do one here. And we'll add a little bit of blue now. Blue is darker than the green, so I really don't see it being contaminated. But I think I'm gonna wipe it down anyway, because I'm gonna do the orange first too, because it's lighter than the blue, and that blue, you know, is pretty stainy. Is like really bad on my fingers. It's really wet is what it is. So I'll do a little bit of the orange just to give a little speckle in there. Oh no, you know what I like? I like doing it on the top of the wave, because it has little speckles in it. When I said speckle, it triggered me. I probably could wait with this, but let's just do it. See that? It doesn't have to be anything. It's just pattern paper. We're doing our own little background paper. And now I can do a little bit of blue. Just a little. We'll probably go with the back side of this. Don't need much. Just see how it's covered. Woo. Probably don't want to hit it heavy, because there. That's good. I don't want to see the lines. But you can stamp it as much as you want. There, you don't see the lines now. Okay, let's clean that up. I think I need a new wipey. This is a really cool card. I know you guys don't know what to expect. I was doing another card that had acetate in it too, and it was so cool, but I'm not going to get to that one tonight. I'm just doing the two, so it doesn't go to 3 hours again. See how much comes off? That's why I was stamping over and over again. I was like, why not use it up? I could have probably made more paper with it. That's all we need. Okay, let that dry. We'll put that over here. So we'll close these up. There's a little of everything. I don't need the blue in the first one. All right, so now these two pieces right here, we need them cut at 5 by 1 1/4. That's the small one. I'm just gonna trim it down first. Probably just be a little shorter than that, but we have the edge to cut off. Let's cut this off. It's too much. All right. 1. I gotta cut that off too. It's annoying. This is really amazing. If you guys can see this, it cuts as thin can be. Look at that. Okay. It's pretty cool. Trim the little edge off and then they'll be the same. And I can measure them the same. Yep. All right, so we need 5 by 1 1/4 and 5 by 3/8. Oh, that's the small one, 5 3/8. 5 by 3/8. 5. Let's just cut this one across. Three-eighths. See, what is 3/8? Ha 1. Oh, all right. That's 3/8 because that's 4/8. That's a half. So it's right here. I made it smaller than my sample because, I mean, I had to cut it shorter after. Make sure. It's going to be 5 by 3/8, so I need 5. This is just going to be a little piece on the front of this stepper. There, that's one. And then this one is 5 by 1 1/4. Let's see. Let's get to 5. What side do I like better? Oh, 5 by 1 1/4. Right there. Right on the line. I measured that one pretty good, didn't I? All right, that's cool. Now we're done with that. I'm reading your comments. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I wish I was there in Florida for sure. And I have friends in Florida I would love to see all the time. It stinks that I can't be there. I really want to be somewhere warm because this winter stuff is not for me 1 little ounce. I am not a winter person. So now we're going to just cut the 2 waves. And that is with these 2 dies right here. All right, with the Coastal Cabana. So I'm just going to cut these 2, all right? I'm just going to put it on, I'm going to cut it and then I'm going to put it on the thing. I'm not going to bring over the machine. You guys know what that machine looks like now. Because it's faster if I don't. Whoop. 1. That's the same size, yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to cut these 2 waves out. Probably could have done that ahead of time since I'm not showing you, but that's okay. I am going to just do it really fast. Did have a piece already cut. Okay, not just a piece that I didn't have to cut into. Let's see if I could put these both on the same one. I can. Perfect. Ooh, got tight. ready and getting them right here. All right. So here are the two beautiful waves. They're just gorgeous. These pieces come right out. You don't even need a pokey tool. So great. And that machine really is fantastic. Honestly, if you guys don't have one, you should get it. It's from Stampin' Up. You can look in their catalog, and you really should get one because honestly, those plates, they don't warp. I've had that forever. And I mean, they get old after a while, I'm sure. I have so many cuts in that thing. So there's that. Here's all my scraps. I'm sure you can use that for something. But for now, this is what bothers me, all the sticky tape on there. I guess I can do this later. You probably can't see it from where you are anyway. Okay, so let me get a dry piece and dry it off fast. Yeah, that's the thing, and I don't want to move far away from my kids once they start having kids and stuff, but you know, I want to be somewhere warm. I think they'd probably visit me more if I moved somewhere warm, to be honest. They don't visit that often now that they're on their own, you know? So I'm trying to make it so that you can see it. Yeah, okay. So we're done with these. We can move them out of the way. And we're almost to the point. Okay, so we cut the waves out. Okay, so I think we're going to use the stamping thing again, the stamping mat, because of the fact that I want to make sure I stamp it right the first time, because I saw a piece that we already cut. Out of the way. We have these and these. I don't want to lose them. Right? And so we still need to stamp with these two, Coastal Cabana and Blueberry Bushel. Now, remember that piece that we scored right here? We're gonna stamp on the top part before we bend it all. So I'm moving it out of the way as much as I can. And down here you can do anything because we're not stamping there. So make sure your stamp isn't gonna rub off anything because it will be on the paper. You want it all the way to the edge and on the score line, right above the score line. It's hard to see. I need lights, more lights. So it looks like right about there. All right. So we are going to score it. We're going to stamp it. And we're going to be careful again because we don't want those outside edges to come on. So I'm going to be really careful. And so what I decided to do is take the Coastal Cabana onto the inside of the wave. Remember I was saying that earlier? And we're just going to plop a little of that right here. All right. We're going to go over the rest of it with with the blue. So if it goes over the top of it, it's fine. So it looks like that's covered. And now we're going to take the blue. And remember, this is really wet. And I'm going around it, but I'm not hitting the middle of that wave. And I'm gonna clean up the stamp around the edges because there's no way I want to mess up this paper. Okay? I just don't want to. Just don't want to do it again. So I need this little wipey, and I'm gonna go around the edges like we did on the other one. That will help. Because if you press too hard, it will show. I almost want to cut it off. Probably could. Then it won't be there. Okay, I got it. That wasn't too hard, right? So let's push it down and see where we ended up. Okay, I'm scared to push, you can tell. See that? How the color is that way. I like that. I may even put a little bit more on so it's a little darker. A little bit more of the calypso. I'm just doing it on this side, and I did not have any blue over here, so we shouldn't really be making too much of a mess. Way better, huh? Way better. Don't you love that? I love it. Love the waves. Hey, you know, this is the last month they're selling this. It's not in the new catalog. I have the new catalog. This is definitely retiring. So if you want it, please order it from me. And look at the other videos. I know you've probably seen them, but the ones, the artistically inked, write that down, the stamps and the dies. And Waves of Inspiration Stamps and Dies. And my other favorite one is the painted, I forget what it's called, but it's that painted textured embossing folder. Those are my favorites. The host code is on the description. It's for April. If you buy anything, just put it in your cart, and at the end in checkout, you'll see it will ask you for a code. You have to be in the United States for me to sell to you. So if you're not, I'm sure there's someone local in your area, like Canada or UK. Okay, that's clean. And that looks beautiful. So we can take that off. Isn't that pretty? We're almost ready to put this all together. Are you kidding me? I got a smudge on my original. Oh. Here, I have to come down a little so you can see it. Then you get the shadows. I can go into the shadow. That pretty? Ah, I get the gurgles again. Okay, so let me put this to the side. My original has smudge after all that. So we're gonna do one more stamp, and it's just a sentiment. I don't think I kept it out. Nope. You're so totally awesome, all of you. This is all for you guys. Let me see which one, because we're gonna cut it with this die from that set. So I wanna make sure it fits. And if it doesn't look good, I will stamp another one so we don't have to use the stamping platform. I see how it gets on all of the edges, and that's what happened. And on my original, and I had to put a piece of this over it. So I rather just do it on a piece instead of on the I'm just wiping off the edges. Because I pushed this one is just so inky that I keep forgetting. Because you normally just push your stamp into it, right? But you gotta remember, go light on the inkier ones. Probably don't have to go through all this, but I'm gonna do it till it looks right. Messy. Oh, all right, that looks good. Let me just try it again and just go up a little higher. And see if that helped. You're so totally awesome. You're so totally awesome. You're so totally awesome. I'm not doing all three of these. I'm just playing around now. Okay, I like that one the best because it's the darkest. I can see it. So I stamped it right to the card, and then I had left a little rim around it. So then I tried to compensate it, and it messed the whole thing up. So I had to put it on the thing. So we're just gonna cut it with this, just like that. And then I'm probably gonna cut the edges off because I don't really need them on this one. So. I don't know about you guys, but my craft room gets so messy so freaking fast. Sorry for the language. It's just so true. I'm just cutting the tag out. Okay. Okay, here it is. That part came out already. Isn't that cute? And what you can do is tie little ribbon in here and have little ribbon hanging. But we're not gonna have a lot of space on our card for that whole ribbon thing because I really want to do it. But we won't have the room for it, so ribbon will kind of look weird there. So, but what I am doing, all right, so I took that, I closed it, but then I'm like, oh no, wait. So let me cut this just right off at the, oh, my finger. This ink, literally, as you can tell, it gets all over the place. Stick your finger in it, because you know you shouldn't, so why not? So I'm just cutting it off. It doesn't have a stitch edge around the side that I cut off, but or a little edge, but you don't need to because I'm going to trim it with the blue. Sometimes I don't cut straight. So there's that. I don't even know if I'm missing messages from you guys. That stuff is everywhere. Yes, it is. Yeah, I mean, you have that problem too. Yes. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys are talking to each other. It's a fabulous stamp. I hope you guys get it. Wow, Beth, you have 6 grandchildren. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. You guys are missing some conversations, but sorry. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tip this into the ink. Just to give it a little rim. See that? And let's try not to get dirty. It almost looks like you matted it then. My thumb got into it. There we go. See that? I'm letting it sit for a minute. I'm covered. The bleach technique really works good, but I'm not condoning it. I put bleach on. I spray bleach on me and it comes right off. But I don't know if that's really good. I might die of it someday. But so don't do it unless you want to take the risk, cause I have no idea what the side effects are. And I do not want to be blamed or brought to court for telling you guys to do that. Take on your own risk. Okay, that fell to the floor, but that's normal. Okay, so I think we're close. We stamped. Then we do the score lines and yep. Okay, we're gonna put this all together. Look at that. What time is it? 20 minutes and we'll be at 2 hours. Oh, really? I know there's some things that I get hives from too. I haven't had hives in a long while though. Okay, let's keep going. This is the inside of the card. It's so pretty, but my thumb is still wet from blue. Guys. Ugh. We don't want to be coming off on anything. So let's make sure we have a dry towel and dry our fingers and make sure nothing comes off, and they don't. So hopefully nothing gets dirty on here. I wish it was cleaner. So we're going to do some folding now. And I can't believe my original has a smudge right up here. So we're going to fold it that way and burnish. Then we're going to fold back. Then we're going to fold forward. And then we're going to fold back. Nice creases. That's our stepper. All right, so what we're doing is, it's so funny because this never touches the edges, but it doesn't matter, and I always forget that. So we are going to put the card together. You guys ready? All right, got everything. Do you guys want any birds on this one? I think I do. Sorry about that. But it's sitting right here, and I did such a good job the last time. It takes 2 seconds. And if I mess it up, I'll die. Let's practice first. Always practice. Because, oh, just perfect. Okay, as I say that, watch what happens. Oh, wait. So our stamp is good. All right, so let's go up here a little. Yes. I need to do 3. Stay. Nope, this is difficult. May have to go. Okay, it's a little puffy, but. And then one down. We'll put one down here. It's just that it's puffy. I should have done it before. Okay. There. Perfect. Ah, I like when it comes out perfect. Less I have to fix. That was not on my original. I'm living on the edge. Okay, so now we are going to put it together. And we need to burnish this fold. Okay, right? Then we need this to go right there, just like that. So I'm going to use my tape. And make sure you have it in the right spot before you place it. All right, that looks good. All right, that. And now, this. This is going to be stuck down too. It's going to be stuck down right about there. And what's going to happen is we're going to do, oh, we have to do something else to this first. Sorry about that. Before we stick that down. So this one's going to go right in here. And it doesn't have to be, there's a little edge, so put that in the middle. Weird. Excuse me. That's so weird. All right. This one's going to go right up here. I think I'm going to have the blue on the bottom, maybe. It's a little short, huh? I don't know how that happened. Unless I take a little off the edges. I'm gurgling again. Let's see, so. Yeah, I can do that. Why not? This is 5. That wasn't as long. I measured that wrong. Wow, I'm so bad today. Okay, I'm going to trim this down a little hair, not a biggie at all. Because I want to, that's why. See how that works. That's better. I just didn't want it to have too much of a gap. So then we can glue these on. We're going to do them onto the ones that face the front. Can you hear my throat gurgling? I don't know what it is, but I was gurgling on the last time too. Because I'm not burping, it's just gurgly. Hope that's not a habit. I gurgle every time. Weird. Usually I do that on a date. I was saying the last time. Okay. See that? There we go. And now we're going to put these on. And one is going to go halfway up. Like that. And it's okay if it's off the edge because my other one was. And then the other one is going to come down to that one. So what I want to do is just take, you can either take liquid glue or dotty glue or anything that works to just gently, gently ink up the bottom without ripping it. I know this one's going to go a little bit about halfway, so you don't want to glue the whole thing. This is the bigger one with the bigger wave. And remember I said halfway up. Right about there. Make sure it's even before you stick it down. And now the other one. And that's just going to be the bottom. I usually get it started. This one's a little more fragile. So if you rather prefer liquid glue when you're doing it, then use liquid glue. You just need the bottom. That's why I had all these things on here. Let's see if I have enough tape on it. All right, just like that. Okay, so, oh, we have a little piece there that didn't poke out. There we go. Where it went, I don't know. And now this part, we can either glue on or sticky it. That's perfect. That even came out better than the last one. All right. And what we're going to do is put this on first, right there. We can just stick it down or we can puff it up a little. Which would you guys like to do? Put it flat down or put it on foam tape? Flat foam tape. I'm waiting for your answer. I like interactive, to be honest. I'm going to see what you guys want. See if you're paying attention. No answers, so I'm going to do foam tape. So if your answer was foam tape, you are correct. The other one does not have foam tape. Google. Gurgles. It says 2 hours, so I'm at 2 hours probably. So there it goes there. Make sure it's nice and straight. That's so pretty. This was definitely cased from someone, and I will find out the name, and I'll put it on the description so you can check out her website and the other card too. I figure it's not going to matter too much right now because, I mean, we're allowed to. I feel like that's crooked now, but it's retiring, so. So we can do glue or we can do sticky tape. And I don't know where my glue is right now. So guess what we're going to do? Oh, you know, I forgot to use the Pelican. Oh, okay. We'll finish that one in a minute. Not funny. I saw it sitting here. So, film tape. You mean foam tape? Okay. And that's gonna go about right and even with the rest of the, it's so perfect. All right, right there. And this is the card. It stands upright. Do you love it? It is cute. You can fold these a little bit more if they're not standing right. Do you like it? Angelisa, wow, I did not know where you were going with that card, but it turned out beautiful. Thank you. What, like I said, it wasn't my idea, but when I saw it, I had to do it. Sarah, hi, yes, my fingers are sticky. I got a bit messy with the glitter paste. Oh, so you couldn't answer? Oh, film, foam. That's funny. I love your card, Christine. Love the colors, right? The colors. You guys get these colors, like literally. I hope you guys do order, because I mean, I have other videos that I don't do the Stampin' Up on, and I don't sell anything, but these are just so worth it, because you don't see these kind of wave cards. You don't see the waves. You don't see the other one with the artistically inked. I mean, literally, you don't see them. So you want to get stuff that's unique. You know what I mean? That's why I love it. So with this one, I forgot to put the pelican on. So, isn't that cute? Should we put the pelican on or leave it? I can lift it a little, like right there, or leave it on or off. You guys tell me. We could do it like right there. That looks good, right? Down a little. I think we'll do it because no one's answering. And we'll do it closer to, let's see. I gotta measure it again. Oh, yeah, I know, I was too. Because it looks so pretty without it. So, we're definitely gonna put it on. We're gonna put tape on this side and foam it up on this side, okay. And then just let the pelican. Is it hitting? Oh, it is. I don't need to. Okay. Oh, come on, I've decided. All right, you think I should leave it off? I can. The majority rules here. I like interaction. On or off. It's so clean, isn't it? All right, we'll leave it off. Because you guys could go either way with it. Leave it off, Sarah says. So leave it off, but you guys know the option's there. So here's the two cards. I didn't put a sentiment on this one because we'll put a sentiment on the inside because it's just so pretty. I would probably put your strength is an inspiration, because you know the waves have a lot of strength, right? So I would probably put that on the inside. That's simple, but I don't want to do it until I know who I'm sending it to. So I hope you guys love it as much as I do. Remember the host code GPK6EQ6U. It's on the description on my YouTube here if you haven't. if you guys, whoever comes to watch this later, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. And hit the like button. And if you want to see me on Facebook, go to Christine Mahoney Crafts. And I do have a Christine Stampin'Up on Facebook too. And you can do both or whatever you want. And what else? If you're ordering, go to stampin'up.com, put stuff in your basket, and when you check out, at the checkout at the end, right at the end, it will ask you for a host code. Definitely put this number in, this combination of letters and numbers. It's on my description, like I said. So, and then I'll get the credit for it. If you're gonna order more than $99, talk to me, because you could buy $125 worth of products for $99. And you could be a demonstrator or not. You don't have to be. But for the next 3 months, you will get a discount. And you'll be on my team, whether you decide you don't want to do it or not. But you'll get a discount. I think it's 20%. So you'll get that off of any future orders for the next 3 months. If you don't do $300, in 3 months, you don't sell it, you don't buy it, whatever, then then you won't get those benefits again, but then you can sign up down the road again too. Or you just get some people to order from you like I do, and then I don't, but I normally buy a lot too, so whatever works for you. I'm just trying to give you some help. So like you could put this stuff into your cart, and get $125 worth of stuff for $99. Just letting you know. You decide. So, or just buy till your heart's content if you don't care about any of that. But anyways, I hope you loved all of this. And on the inside. Yeah. Like there. Yes, and you could put this, like, without the foam tape, you could put this on your envelope too. Just so you know. I wonder how it would look like on the waves, like right here. How would this look? I'm looking. I have foam tape on one side, so it's weird. Oh, it looks good there too, don't it? But it's on it's in the water. But it looks good anywhere. Yes, very good idea. I should have thought of that because I've seen so many samples. So, good job. Yeah, see? It's very versatile. So, thank you guys. I'm going to cut it short. You guys also know that anytime you go in to watch any of my videos that you can scroll through. You don't have to listen to all of me talking to everybody. I want everybody that's new that watches these videos to know that. Because I do the same thing when I watch videos. Because if they're live, they're talking to the people that are watching with them. You don't need to hear that because you're not live with them. But, it's still fun to watch sometimes because sometimes it's funny. But anyway, I hope we can't see it, Christine. What can't you see? What can't you see, Sarah? I don't know what you can't see, Sarah. But I was just gonna, I don't know what you wanted to see. Oh, there we go. You can only see one card. I don't understand. I can see both cards in my monitor. Yep, I can see both. They're both on the screen, Sarah. I know. I don't know. You got to fix your thing. I don't know. Anyway, it's okay. I see both of them. Angelisa sees both. All right. So anyway, I don't. There you go. Anyway, here it is. If you guys loved it, please go check out Stampin'Up.com and see what you can buy before the end of this month, because I'm telling you, these will not be available after this month. And also that artistically inked set that we didn't use tonight, but I love it so much. It's my favorite too. And that painted embossing folder, check that out. They're my favorites. Oh, and that cafe one too. I love that cafe one, and that's only on online. So thank you very much. I'm gonna let you guys go. My iPad was zoomed in. I don't know why. Blame the glitter paste. Sarah, you need to calm down with that glitter paste. All right. Nice. Thank you, Beth. Beth, let me know when you're in town. Let me know ahead of time. And maybe we can get together. Just give me a forewarning notice so that I can make sure that I'm ready. And you guys have a great night. Thanks for being here. I love you all. And have a great night too. Take care. I don't know how to, oh, there we go. To get